Happy New Year, guys.
Woohoo!
It's 2016, which
Yeah.
means it's an entire new year for movies. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, so 2015 was a year that I was not able to see a lot of movies because it was my final semester at Columbia College.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I had a lot of work that I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't able to see as many movies as I wanted, but now I have time.
Yeah. So rather than do a best of this year podcast, because we didn't see enough to really make a best of or a worst of, we just could kind of make a list of this is what we saw, but like not really definitively say. Ren's just going to share what he's really looking forward to next year. And hopefully we can do a real one next time. And, yeah.
All right, so these are the list of movies that, in no particular order,
Except for one.
Except for one, yes. Which I'll reveal first. And that is Silence, directed by Martin Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
The book is amazing. I know probably a lot of people listening are not religiously inclined. Silence is a very religious story. It's about Portuguese priests who go to Japan and then are subjected to the religious xenophobia that the Japanese have.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to overcome serious hardships. And it's starring Liam Neeson, Andy Garfield, and Star Wars' Adam Driver, which I'm a little skeptical about him as an actor, but
I think he's a good actor. I know you have an issue with the way he talks.
Yeah. It's possible, but the book is amazing.
So wait, they're Portuguese and like
none of them are Portuguese. Yeah, it's
and
kind of,
probably none of them can actually speak Portuguese.
And they're whitewashed, and yeah.
I mean, I'm partly not as much concerned as that as I am of like they're not gonna have an accent and they're not gonna be able to speak the language.
Yeah, I think they're going to throw that over the side, which
again.
Yeah,
It's a shame because, like, Martin Scorsese in this book, that sounds awesome, but, like...
To be fair, I really like the movie The Last Temptation of Christ, and that movie is totally whitewashed.
There are films and characters that can be good if they're whitewashed, but, like...
The Japanese aren't whitewashed, obviously, but...
No, but, like, there's a historical context at play here.
Yeah, it's problematic, I know, but...
Well,
I'm really looking forward to...
It's not problematic, necessarily, but it's just, like, the... really heavily religious inclinations of Spanish-speaking countries.
Yeah.
That is like a big cultural thing that could be at play that you're taking away.
Originally, the casting was Benicio del Toro and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, that's an amazing casting. So, like, this film has gone through, like, several different casting. Mm-hmm. There originally was a much more Spanish-speaking thing. I think...
they're not going to go to Japan and just find a bunch of white people there, are they?
I forget what the actor is, but there was another, like, Spanish-speaking actor that was, like, supposed to be in it. Mm-hmm. So I'm, like, kind of like, what the fuck, guys? What happened?
What did you do?
Yeah. So, but that being said, I think the movie is going to be amazing.
Well, it's a Scorsese flick. Like,
yeah. So.
Hugo's probably his weakest, and that's not a bad movie by any means.
He's made some weaker films than Hugo, but yeah.
Really? Like what?
I don't know off the top of my head. Oh, Bringing Out the Dead.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. So, yeah. But that being said, I'm really looking forward to that, and the source material is so strong that I think it's going to be very hard to fuck up the movie, at least dramatically. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm also looking forward to Terrence Malick's new film, which is Knight of Cups, and it's starring Christian Bale, and he is... Well, Christian Bale was in The New World.
He was not my favorite part of the New World.
Well, right, but this is a movie about celebrity, which is interesting, but it's also like, this whole like existential crisis thing, which Terrence Malick is very good at. I'm expecting this movie to be as abstract as To the Wonder. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes more abstract than To the Wonder, which is Terrence Malick's latest film, which, I mean, I'll admit, I personally love Tree of Life and To the Wonder, but Terrence Malick is a director that the further his films go in his career, the more abstract they go. So if you're looking for a straight narrative, do not watch this movie.
Well, you don't know that yet.
But I strongly doubt that it's going to be a straight narrative.
I'm just hoping that it's not going to go in the way of Map to the Stars? Map of the Stars?
It's not going to.
Well, I'm just saying, I have a particular bias. I don't really like yuppie movies. I don't really like movies about celebrity.
But at the same time, like Terrence Malick is.
But exactly, it's Terrence Malick.
He's not
Terrence
cold.
Malick hasn't made
Terrence Malick is not cold either. And David Cronenberg, who made Maps to the Stars and other films,
has always been very cold.
Yeah. Even the films that I love are cold.
No,
I mean, the warmest
agree.
film that he made is The Fly.
Which is still pretty. I don't think that movie is cold though. I think that movie is alienating. But there is a certain Anyway, never mind. Just to keep it brief, I don't know what to think about the subject matter, but it's Terrence Malick. He has not made a movie that isn't a 5 and 9/10 stars for me. So no way.
No.
I mean, even Martin Scorsese can be like, well, Hugo's not a bad movie, but compared to his other movie, no, not Terrence Malick.
All right, so my next movie is The Witch.
Oh my god, it looks so cool!
Yeah, it does. I have made tons of criticisms of horror films as of late, and mostly because it's, playing it safe, and, I'm sick and tired of paranormal bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I get it. Some people are afraid of fucking ghosts. But, there's more to horror than just, jump scares and fucking ghosts and poltergeists and shit like that. So, which might be in this movie, but the setting's different. It's set in,
very different.
Yeah, the setting's very different for a horror film. It's set in, the 1800s and,
Is it in, an Amish community?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like.
It's
set... Or not Amish, but, a Puritan. It looks like a Puritan community.
I mean, and I get some people will be like, oh, well, that's familiar, The Village. But, I personally like The Village. Give me all the shit you can.
Was The Village a horror movie?
The Village had horror elements to it. M. Night Shyamalan,
No, I know.
Yeah,
was it really a horror movie?
No. Okay. And that was kind of people's problem.
But also, it's a movie called The Witch, and you put it in the historically appropriate setting.
Right. So
it's not that much like The Village. I would think. Are there witches in The Village?
No. There's other stuff in it. But anyways, based on the trailer, which didn't reveal much, which thank God.
So, thank you. Can we please get more shit like that? I'm hooked. I'm gonna buy my ticket. Can you not tell me the whole movie now?
Yeah.
How many trailers need a spoiler warning in it? Seriously.
Yeah, just put spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Because I don't need to see a Cliff Notes version of every. I mean, there's some movies that I literally don't watch because I see the trailer. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. All right. So the next movie is a movie that's coming out next week, which is The Revenant.
Okay, I'm going to put my fingers in my ears right now because I have forbidden you to say anything about that. He saw a little bit more of the trailer than I have. I have not seen any bit of the trailer. I do not know anything about the movie. I know the director and the casting, and I've seen the poster. That's all. So I'm going to put my fingers in my ears and let me know when he's done.
All right, so the cinematography looks awesome, and whatever that horse was doing off the cliff, holy shit. Anyways, yeah, it looks awesome, and I'll let you know whenever the movie comes out and I see it, and then we'll do a review of it. All right, you can unclose your ears.
Okay.
All right, so my next movie is Deadpool.
Woohoo! Oh my god, I can't freaking wait.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That's gonna be a fun ride.
I can't wait to watch a rated R superhero movie. I mean, I kind of got it with... I mean, granted, there's one movie that I'm going to force you to watch that is... I know you're getting sick and tired of superhero movies, but fucking Super...
I'm not sick and tired of superhero movies.
Okay.
I still have a collection of superhero movies, like as a specific genre. Or comic book movies, not superhero movies. I'm not sick of it in general, which is why I'm excited for Deadpool. I'm just sick of MCU and DCCU.
Which this movie is like,
either of those.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Like, it's the exact antithesis of those. So I'm super excited about that. And all
yeah,
Super,
and also a hard
Super
R.
has been on my list, by the way.
This movie is a hard R.
Yeah.
They have trailer warnings on top of this movie. There's lots of cussing.
No. The warning is because of that ass. Oh my god. If they don't put a warning on it, you're going to have a freaking heart attack. Because,
Yeah, but it looks like a lot of fun. And, yeah, it's all because of the internet, actually.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because a trailer leaked out online that everybody loved, and then they're like,
oh shit, we gotta make a movie for this trailer
yeah,
now.
So here's my hint to anybody working in the Hollywood industry. If you see something that looks awesome and they're just like, nah, leak it.
Yeah.
You'll help everybody out by doing that. We're sick and tired of the same shit. Give us shit like this.
Well, also, leaking it is a safe idea because if it doesn't do well, at least you fucking know you didn't waste the time. Also,
I mean, like, I totally admit, Deadpool really isn't a new thing. He's fucking Wolverine and Spider-Man. He's got, like, the fucking, smart-ass thing of Spider-Man. He's got the healing powers of Wolverine, but holy shit, is he a lot more vulgar.
Oh, yeah. And that's...
Yeah, and Spider-Man is way too friendly. Family-friendly.
Mm-hmm. But that's part of why I actually liked Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Amazing Spider-Man series, was because they made him less of that and more of the smart-ass character that he's supposed to be. When he is in the spider suit, at least. Like, he has some really funny fucking shit that he does. Oh no, at night, I'm so scared. Anyways, Deadpool, fuck yes!
Yeah.
Oh, I do have a photo on my cell phone of Ren sitting in Deadpool's lap, very suggestively. You've probably seen those little posters. Yeah, maybe we should have like a video compilation of like people submitting their sitting in Deadpool's lap pictures.
Yeah, so if you sat in Deadpool's lap, send us an email and we will put it in our Deadpool podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, definitely do that. And all right, so my next movie is the new film from Jeff Nichols, who is one of my favorite up-and-coming directors. I actually wrote a paper on Jeff Nichols, and
which I think you should try to release here sometime. It's very good.
I'll work on it. Yeah, I mean,
it would take some work to figure out how, but I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I'll figure out some way to publish it and see about that.
Yeah.
Put the pressure on me. Wow. But,
well, if I say it, then it must be so.
Yeah. So Jeff Nichols directed 3 films. His first film, most of you probably haven't heard of. It's called Shotgun Stories. It's kind of like a take on the Hatfield and McCoy's tragedy. Is it McCoy's or McCoy?
I think it's McCoy, singular, but don't quote me. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. And then his next film, I personally think, is his best film, which is Take Shelter, which is about a man who has apocalyptic visions, and he's not sure.
Take Shelter came out before Mud?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So and he's not sure if he's crazy and everything like that, and it's amazing. And then his next film
Take Shelter is so good.
Yeah, and then his next film, which is a film that probably is the closest to me as a person. Mud, like, you take the character of Alice and that's a lot of me growing up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was kind of interesting to watch something so personal and so close to who I am, on screen. I mean, I usually don't see that I mean, granted, I heard my name all throughout the movie Star Wars, but it's not
you don't really, you're not that guy.
Right. Yeah. All right, so the next movie is... And, of course, the Jeff Nichols movie that's coming out this year is a movie called Midnight Special, which is kind of a super powered story. I'm not really sure really what it's about, but it's Jeff Nichols, so I'll definitely watch it. Something else that's near and dear to me, which is The Jungle Book. I mean, I'm a little skeptical just because it's Disney and all that kind of stuff, but like...
But Disney did the live-action Jungle Book movie, and it was fucking amazing.
And most adaptations of the Jungle Book have been great. You know what's also been great about Jungle Book adaptations? Never fucking whitewashed.
Well, because there's one human character and he's Mowgli.
Yeah, but at the same...
white Mowgli.
But at the same time, you know, like, they could have done a fucking Tarzan thing where it's like everybody else, you know, but you have that one white guy, you know.
To be fair, they sort of like... Okay, the casting looks super great for this movie, except for one major thing. And it's the only thing you get in the trailer. Scarlet. Oh, can we have a year where there's no fucking Scarlet, please?
Yeah, Casey is not a fan of Scarlet.
You're not a fan of Scarlet either.
No, I'm not. But like, I think
have a year where she's not
as a voice
everywhere.
actor, she's not that like grating. Like, look at her.
I disagree.
Look at her. She was fine in her.
I still like.
She was the voice of
Samantha. I know, but like even that, I'm sick of her playing the same thing where she's this non-humanoid, usually ass-kicking type of whatever the fuck, because she's not very good at it.
Well, she's not going to be ass-kicking as Ka.
No, but she's still like this non-humanoid, like seductive, whatever the fuck. She's a lot... I saw her in Chef as the girlfriend on the side, and I was amazed by how likable she was.
You haven't even seen this fucking movie, so you don't know if she's going to be like that prominent or like that annoying.
No, but I was still just like... No, part of it is I'm like, can we have a year without her so then I don't have to like hear her and see her every time I go to the theater? Because, you know, it's all the trailers and she's in like a million movies a year and whatever the fuck. And I'm just like...
Okay, but I'm looking forward to this. That aside,
the casting looks good and the way that they have it set up is good. Yeah. Like, I really like it. She's the only talking character. I don't think she's going to be. But in the trailer, they have her be the only talking the character, and I like that.
They do have, like, each character has a voice actor to it.
No, so, I know, because it's a big cast, but I wonder if they're, like, gonna downplay the, like, oh, we're friendly talking animals. Make it maybe a little bit more cerebral? I don't know.
Possibly, but I do believe that the animals are actually going to talk.
Yeah,
like,
but
kind of like what they
minimal.
did with... Kind of like what they did with Babe, except it's not real animals. It's, you know, CGI. But, you know, it looks interesting.
It looks super cool.
And we still will get another...
Visually looks good.
And if that's not good, we'll still get another Jungle Book. Because apparently Andy Serkis is still doing a Jungle Book that's not related to this one. So, you know, there's that. So if that one sucks, you know, at least we'll have another one. Or that one could suck.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't know what I think about Andy Serkis as a director yet. He was second unit director for the Hobbit movies and like that whatever. But like I've seen his movie that he directed. I've seen part of it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
What movie is that?
Fuck, I cannot think of what it's called now. I'm sure if you like Google it, you could find it. It's on his like biography and whatever. I saw part of it and I was a little disappointed because I hold Andy Serkis to such a high standard as an actor. So, I mean, whatever. I didn't see the whole thing and that's probably part of it, but I don't know.
Okay. All right, so my next movie is Kubo and the Two Strings.
Oh my god, the look of it.
Yeah, it's nice to see like stop motion animation like actually like having some kind of resurgence.
Well, of course, like people keep trying to tell me at film school, oh, but stop motion's dead. Stop motion's dead. people don't do this anymore. Wasn't it cool back in the day? And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
this was the year Fantastic Mr. Fox came out too.
Yeah, and you have Paranorman. You have Box Trolls.
This new Omnalesia, whatever movie.
There was some
Mary
other.
and Max is another recent one, recent-ish, recent enough.
Yeah. And Animalosa.
Animalosa, that's what I'm trying to think of. I can't ever say the name, but that's coming out too, and it's not fucking dying, you guys.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
All right, and so my next movie that I'm really hyped for is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Sword of Destiny. And the reason why I'm excited for this movie is because Michelle Yeoh is returning. And she was awesome in the original. Plus, Zhang Zi is returning as well. So you have the actors from the original. And also, Donnie Yen is coming on to this one. And if you're a fan of like martial arts movies, like, holy shit. So I haven't seen any trailers, but I know that there's a continuation to the Crouching Tiger story because it's actually based on something.
Right.
I'm really interested to see where it goes. And I actually, because I loved the original movie by Ang Lee so much, I actually went out and read some of the manhwa based off of the novel. And yeah, the story's pretty interesting, like as it gets further. So that'll be really fun to see. So,
Sweet.
All right, so that's a list of the films that I'm looking the most forward to. If you want to hear some of the films that I'm speculating about for next year, click on the link below and check it out. Also, the full podcast will be later put on YouTube, as well as podbean.com, which will just have the whole conversation that we had about the year 2016. Thanks for listening.